Nobody should fight alone. There's a flickering sign down in Miller's Creek bar, casting a shadow on my beat-up car. I saw you sitting on the tailgate staring at the dirt, trying to hide the heavy underneath your shirt. You've been carrying the weight of a mortgage and a dream, worn down to the thread at every single seam. The world keeps asking for more than you can yield, working 50-hour shifts in an empty tobacco field. Cause I got the same dark water running in my blood. And night gets cold when the neon dies away, and you're left with all the things you couldn't bring yourself to say. Cause nobody should fight alone in the middle of the dark, trying to build a wildfire out of one. If your knees start to give and the mountain gets too steep, I'll stand in the breach when the water gets too deep. Yeah, lean on my shoulder when the shadows start to grow. Cause nobody should fight alone. No, nobody fights alone. I remember 6 months back when my world went up in flame, when I couldn't look the mirror in the eye without the shame. I was reaching for the bottle just to quiet down the noise, lost inside the echo of my bad decisions voice. He pulled up in my driveway, didn't say a word, just grabbed a shovel from the bed. The best thing I ever heard. We worked until the sunrise cleared the smoke out of the sky. You taught a broken-hearted man exactly how to try. Now I'm standing right beside you on this dark and winding road, ready to take half of that ungodly heavy load. Yeah, the road gets long when you're walking it on your own, and a heart ain't meant to turn into a piece of solid stone. Cause nobody should fight alone in the middle of the dark, trying to build a wildfire out of one dying spark. If your knees start to give and the mountain gets too steep, I'll stand in the breach when the water gets too deep. Yeah, lean on my shoulder when the shadows start to grow. Cause nobody should fight alone. No, nobody fights alone. We watched the sun start rising over Ridgeview Town, painting gold across the trees as the fog was settling down. You wiped your tired eyes and you finally cracked a smile. Said, I haven't felt this light in a long, long while. Sometimes the hardest victory is just making it to dawn. Finding out the strength you thought was lost was never truly gone. We're all just trying to make it through the mud and through the mire, holding on to one another right beside the fire. So if tomorrow comes and brings another heavy storm, we've got a porch, a pot of coffee, and a place to keep you warm. There ain't no shame in asking for a hand to hold the line. We're all just travelers walking on borrowed precious nobody fights alone. There's a flickering sign down in Miller's Creek bar, casting a shadow on my beat-up car. I saw you sitting on the tailgate staring at the dirt, trying to hide the heavy underneath your shirt. You've been carrying the weight of a mortgage and a dream, worn down to the thread at every single seam. The world keeps asking for more than you can yield, working 50-hour shifts in an empty tobacco field. I know that look you got holding back the flood, 'cause I got the same dark water running in my blood. And night gets cold when the neon dies away, and you're left with all the things you couldn't bring yourself to say. 'Cause nobody should fight alone in the middle of the dark, trying to build a wildfire out of one dying spark. If your knees start to give and the mountain gets too steep, I'll stand in the breach when the water gets too deep. Yeah, lean on my shoulder when the shadows start to grow, 'cause nobody should fight alone. No, nobody fights alone. I remember 6 months back when my world went up in flames, when I couldn't look the mirror in the eye without the shame. I was reaching for the bottle just to quiet down the noise, lost inside the echo of my bad decisions voice.